ZZ109FM Talk Radio. This is Elsie Jenkins. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. 2026. You're here, you're listening, you're alive. It's nothing better than being present on the planet. A planet that's got a lot of problems, a lot of issues. And I think in our lifetime, we're not going to see most of them get resolved. Mm, mm, mm. Grab you some coffee, get you something to snack on. We're going to talk about the world with a common sense approach. I'm in the studio today by myself. It's still the holiday season for some, but it's a wonderful, wonderful blessing to be here nonetheless. All right, so we're going to start with the good news, bad news. We're talking about local news here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're talking about news in uh, Hampton, Virginia, Newport News, Virginia. We're talking about worldwide news. Worldwide news, if you haven't heard, President Trump has ran into somebody's country and scooped up the president and first lady. Whether he was legitimate or not is nor here nor there. Question is, are we setting a precedent? Is this the way things are going to be handled diplomatically, where we just go in and take people's presidents and first ladies nilly-willy and bring them to our country and do things uh, under our justice so-called system? Is that how we do things? And what about the countries around us? Is that what they realize? Oh, well, we can do it too then. We can snatch presidents and first ladies out of countries nilly-willy. And if you don't know what nilly-willy means, it means 'cause the hell I can. Just snatching people. And we're used to that. Black folks, we're used to being uh, committed, put in prison, and prosecuted as guilty before we even go to court. We're used to that. So Venezuela's going to get a taste of it, as far as I'm concerned. That's what we've been dealing with all our lives here in America. That's right. It's a beautiful morning. We're not locked up. Hopefully, you're listening from the other side of the bars. And if you are behind bars, you're there for a reason. You don't want to be behind bars? Stop doing what you was doing. All right. So, what's going to happen now that Trump has went into a country, and I don't know if it's for the good or the bad. Let's put ourselves in that position. If we'd woke up January the 3rd, and President Trump and his first lady were gone. China came in and snatched him up and has now got him in their court system, about to prosecute him for the way he's been treating Americans. I don't know. I feel kinds of good about that. Lord have mercy. I know it ain't right to snatch somebody president, but y'all done took a burden off of my shoulders. Lord have mercy. China's got our president, and they're holding him accountable for all the negative things that have happened in America since he's been president. I don't know, China and Russia. What if Russia did it? Just came in, snatched our president and our first lady. Russia said they're going to hold President Trump accountable for the things he's done to black people, white people. Doesn't matter. If you're an American and he's done you wrong, we got him in our country now. We're going to prosecute him. I don't know. On one hand, we're mad because you came in and attacked our country. On the other hand, you done took the president out who's been causing drama for federal federal workers, non-federal workers, SNAP recipients, you name it. If you're on that list, he's caused trouble for you. You might be glad he's gone right now. You might be glad he's gone. Lord have mercy. All right, sip on your coffee right now. I got coffee right now with 6 shots of vodka in it. Just sipping it down. Just so everyone, take a moment and just sip some of your damn coffee. Or whatever the hell you're drinking. Lord, if you ain't tried it yet, get you some damn coffee and put about 6 shots of vodka in it. And it will change your whole idea and look of coffee. You be like, damn, that's some good ass coffee. Woo. Never knew coffee could taste so good. All right, next story. We ain't going to go talk about Trump too much because he's been breaking laws. He's a federal offender. He's a felon. He's been breaking laws, and we ain't surprised. You ain't shocked nobody over here. We all knew that these kind of things happens when you put these kind of peoples in positions of authority. Common sense. Moving on. All right, so next area we're talking about was New Year's Eve. Lord, look here. Look here, people. I wanted to do a show that kind of made you relax. And I asked LORATTI, put some music together, and let's do a show, and it just tells people, you know what, sit back, listen to this music, and stay in the house for New Year's. Just stay home. There's no need to go out there. There's no need to go outside your door. We know what's out there. It's called death. That's right. It's right here in black and white. It's called death. When you walk out your house in 2026 and 2025 to 2026, when you walk out your house, New Year's Eve, 2025, 2026, there's nothing out there but death. The potential for death is out there. Stay home. Sit back. Get you a cup of coffee like I got me a cup of coffee on New Year's Eve. Put 8 shots of vodka in there. Sip that damn thing down to the brim. Got in my bed. Put the covers over my head and went to sleep. Didn't care about the ball dropping. Didn't care about nothing. Got in my bed. Closed my eyes. And when I woke up, it was all bad news. Bad news over the night. Now, in Switzerland, a bar with sparklers that kind of sparkle when you bring it to the table. You know, it's a little centerpiece for the New Year's. You've seen them before, but the thing I noticed about the video was the building was so small. The roof was not very high. And anyone in their right mind would be like, we're not going to have any kind of fire inside of this small kind of space. It may have been a large building, but the roof, you could touch the roof if you jump up with your hands. So why would you have fire in such a small space? Well, they did. And 40 people lost their lives on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. The ball dropped and 40 people did not go home. 40 people. 40. Didn't go home. People that was waiting up for them to return from the party were waiting up for them. They never showed up. And we tried to put together some kind of show that would, reach one person maybe. We couldn't reach these 40 people. They in Switzerland speaking a different language, but Lord have mercy. We could at least reach one person. Stay home. These 40 people who probably couldn't have saw our broadcast anyway or understood what we're talking about because they talking French in Switzerland, they're not here today. They're not going to be here tomorrow, and they won't be here for 2027. And next year, New Year's Eve, guess where I'm going? I'm going to be home. I'm going to have 16 shots of vodka in my coffee. And I'm just going to basically put the covers back over my head. ZZ109FM, this is Elsie Jenkins. Let's keep it moving. We're talking about North Carolina right now. And look here. You got juveniles out here in the city, mind you, okay, robbing and taking things from people. They should be treated like adults, wouldn't you think? If you got the nerve to go around robbing grown folks, then you need to be treated like an adult. So that's what happened. 3 juveniles robbed somebody in the city of Raleigh, North Carolina, downtown. But they won't give up any information about them because they're juveniles. Now, we should be aware of any kind of threats in any city we live in. If you have somebody going around robbing you, you should be able to have a description of the person and persons of interest. And today in 2026, it shouldn't matter. You got juveniles out here with 13-year-old with guns. They have guns. They know how to cock them, shoot them, reload them. They have guns at 13. So don't we have a right to know who the hell this 13-year-old is walking up on us as we're in the city shopping after the holidays? Don't we have a right to know that? Obviously, they don't believe it's important. Let's go here. Next story here. Interesting story. North Carolina still. You know, when a criminal comes to your courtroom 5 times, you should really consider whether they need to be really looked at or really locked up. Because something's wrong with you if you keep coming in the courtroom. That's 5 times. 10 times. My goodness. Red flag. Should be a red flag by now. You 10 times this person has came into the damn courtroom. Something's obviously wrong with this person. But this person had been in trouble with the law 20 damn times. 20 damn times. And what happens? He finally goes into somebody's house because he likes breaking into people's houses. And he assaults a school teacher. And he kills her. She's not going to be here for 2027. It was only here for a few days in 2026. Now, when this person stands in front of the judge, it's like we really don't need to go to court. We don't really need to put any effort or time in this conversation. This is the 21st or 22nd time you've been in here. And now you finally done did it. You done took somebody's life. Goodbye. And there's no need for sentencing because we're not going to even put a time frame on how long you're going to be in prison. Just find a cell, put his little Spanish behind in it because he is Spanish, and don't ever let him come out. That's the end of that. Now, the problem with this story is this school teacher is going to be missed by her students. And let me tell you something. It could have been any one of us. He's just going to random houses, breaking into houses. That's all he's doing. But why does he want to go in and hurt her is beyond the scope of reasonable thinking. It's just what it is. It's just what he does. It's just what he did. That's the end of it. Next story. But if we go look back at this whole situation, if they would have locked him up the first time and threw away the key, it would never have happened. She'd be alive today. All right, so looking over the planet right now, we've got our trusted notes. We're going to Virginia. Before we go to Virginia, let's look at the worldwide news. And you know what? This was very, very interesting to me because It made me think of our veterans. Our veterans that go and ask for help every day and get turned away. Go and ask for assistance. Yeah. Last year we had a Marine go out and take some people's lives, but did he need help? Was he rejected for help and assistance? Well, look at this. You remember the insurrection, whatever you want to call it, where they came through, all the Republicans came through in the Capitol and caused havoc and caused a lot of grief and hurt and pain, and a lot of Capitol police officers uh, were either injured or even lost their life uh, in that situation. But it was a situation nonetheless, a very, very serious situation because a lot of bad things could have happened. A lot of bad things did happen. And when you go to sleep the next night, you can dream about it. You can relive it. It's not something that just goes away. Especially what depends on what side you are of the situation. If you're on the police side, you're defending. If you're on the insurrection side, you're the offender. So it's usually going your way when you're the offender and you ain't got caught yet, but it's not going your way when you're the police law enforcement and the defender. It's not going your way. You're outnumbered. Situations are going on. Personal attacks are happening to you. But nonetheless, that one day, it was only one day, Capitol police officers are saying that after that, they're still dealing with the mental anguish of the situation. That one day. And our soldiers, they are in the military from 2 or more years. 2 or more years in the military, running around, grabbing ammo, risking your life, being shot at. 2 or more years. And they can't go into any VA facility and just get accepted and treated. Yet these Capitol police officers, that one day they were in there, is still causing mental anguish. Post-traumatic stress is what it's called. It's still causing mental anguish to those officers, many of those officers. So that's a great testament. When I read that, I said, you know what, that's very good information because it shows exactly how we're neglecting veterans at the VA when we turn them away. They spent X amount of years in the military. You can't put a finger on what issue caused what problem. What problem caused what issue. But you can best believe that they experienced it. Therefore, you must approve their request for help. All right, so we're looking at Hampton again. We're back in Hampton, Newport News, that city, I tell you. Newport News has grown, but Hampton has done nothing but sat there. And I believe Hampton is just specifically a dumping ground for the people of the other cities around Hampton. That's why Hampton doesn't grow, and they're building houses behind houses in Hampton to kind of just stuff everybody in so it'll be like a little small garbage of a city. If you live in Hampton, you know what I'm talking about. Hampton is breaking city codes when it comes to developing homes. They're letting a lot of things slide. Uh, I've seen with my own eyes 2 houses on one lot for sale. Now, how's that going to work when you have 2 owners on one lot? One lot? 2 owners. It's not like they sold both houses to someone to rent them out. They sold each house individually on one lot. What city does that? Well, Hampton does. Hampton don't care because Hampton's got an underlying plan going on. I don't know what it is, but if you look around, you see more and more people being dumped into Hampton from outside cities. Hampton is really just not trying to grow or develop in a way that makes it independent. It's like they have an agreement with the other cities to bring us your garbage. We'll take your garbage for a price. We talked about this in 2025. Lord have mercy. Moving on to another area. You want to make it to 2026. So here we go. We all struggle through June, July, August, September, October, November. Get the damn December. Countdown. We made it. You make it to 2026. And then 3 days later on your motorcycle, you go through an intersection in Pembroke and Mercury and you die. What's it all for? What's it all for? A man on his motorcycle hit a car in the intersection of Mercury and Pembroke, and he is not here to see the rest of 2026 or make it to 2027. Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Because you can make it to 2026, but are you going to survive the first 4 days? Are you going to survive the first 4 days? How about the first week of 2026? Does anybody remember Tommy Lee Jones, the actor in some famous movies like Batman and The Fugitive? We're going to catch him. What you going to do when you find him? We're going to catch him. Well, his daughter, 34 years old, is not here. Not here to enjoy the rest of 2026. Now, this is because of something that we all know is going on. It's drug usage. She overdosed. Everybody doesn't remember the commercial that used to come on a long time ago. It said, "Say no to drugs." You had the frying pan on the stove and the egg frying. And the egg frying was saying, "This is your brain." Do you remember that? Anybody remember that? The egg frying in the pan. This is your brain on drugs. Yep. It was the most obvious effect of what happens when you expose yourself to drugs. Your brain kind of fries up. You become kind of like a vegetable. Really not successful in society. Uh, Bad communication skills. You can't communicate. Anxiety, always worrying about something, trying to get over or get you. And the last area of concern is overdosing. Depending on what drug you're on, because there's lots of different drugs you can be on. One of the main drugs today is taking young people off of the planet. And Tommy Lee Jones is not, that's a Tommy Lee, yeah. Tommy Lee Jones is not a young whippersnapper anymore. He's definitely in his 70s or above. But his daughter, 34 years old, 34 years is all she gets on the planet. She's not here because of a drug overdose in San Francisco. 2026. It's sad, it's shame that some people don't understand the importance. They don't get it. It's something they need. It's something they want. They're addicted. I understand the addiction. The problem is, why did you start in the first place? Who told you to do that? Did you tell yourself to do the drugs, or did someone tell you to do it? Don't you understand the drugs, what they're capable of doing to you? Do you not care anymore because you've been doing them for so long? Well, 34 years is all this young lady received, and she was carried out in a body bag from a hotel in San Francisco. It's sad. It's sad. It's so sad. And we talked about this on You Gonna Learn Today about, you know, burying people and setting up for funerals and grief and so forth. It's a process, but I think it's more of a process when you're in your 70s or older and you have to bury your daughter, your baby girl, the one that used to crawl up to you and call you daddy. ZZ109FM, this is Elsie Jenkins. Y'all have a beautiful 2026. Look over your shoulder, watch your back. Venezuelans may be pissed at Americans right now. So you got to make sure if somebody wants to retaliate here in the country, because they already Venezuelans here. They get pissed and want to retaliate, they may be looking at your black ass. Or white ass. Or whatever ass. As long as you ain't Venezuelan, it's your ass they coming to get. We don't know what kind of beehive Trump has smashed his bat into. But the repercussions can be felt by innocent people like us all over the country. ZZ109FM, you take care, have a beautiful rest, and a safe 2026.